Good to see you all. Happy Wednesday. So Wednesdays are committed to philosophies, and the philosophies are a really enchanting part of this practice. They seem sort of, they seem like a tangent that might steer us away from what I imagine is the bigger goal for everyone. Manage the mind, increase a little bit of well-being in our actual subjective experience, and in that maybe that tumbles into a little more productivity so that we can do the things we need to do and be the people we want to be. And the philosophies can sometimes feel like this meandering tangent road that takes us far away from those more immediate practical goals. But once the philosophies start to really sink into your mind, that's when you really cross into like the yogic aspect of all of this. And the way a yogi, so if you imagine, a person sitting high up in the Himalayas, a few miles away from a local village, nestled in between what they found to be a perfect sort of like bed of rocks and grass. And they're like doing stuff all day. They're sitting in the mountain, thinking things all day, just like we are, but they're not thinking of work and bills and relationships and goals and to-dos. Their mind is occupied with other things. And so what their mind is occupied with is reverence. They see the tree and their minds literally think, oh, that is reality blooming in front of me. That is the miracle of Brahman manifesting in a certain way with me, consciousness, Atman. And so every little thing becomes sort of this glimmering of that sort of supreme ideal, divinity, heaven, God, reality, truth, life. Everything literally starts to shine that back into them. And so that's a really beautiful way to sort of filter the experience of life. And for that reason, philosophies are how we build the mind into that sort of structure, sort of like a home to a temple. Cool. And so today I was just going to talk about the Karmendriyas, which will help build up your appreciation of stillness. But then I had to think, what are the Karmendriyas like related to? And so as always, the philosophies sort of like branch out into more philosophies and become somewhat complex. But the three ideas we're going to talk about today are the Karmendriyas, which are the organs of action. Your hands, your feet, your mouth, your genitals, and then our excretory organs, so the Karmendriyas. And then Lila, the play between Atman and Brahman, that you are always interacting with something. As your heart interacts with your stomach, as your stomach interacts with your liver, that interaction of all objects is playful to yogis, and it's called Lila, so we'll talk about that. And then all of that is sort of the undercurrents or inner workings of something called Maya, which is the illusory subjective nature of the world. That what you're interacting with right now, what you think is so important in those moments when life is very heavy and real, all of that is a great dream to a higher consciousness. That is Maya. And so if we wrap this all up with stillness, because it has to be tethered to a technique, when you are being still, and you just imagine you can sort of still yourself a little bit more right now, you are restraining the Karmendriyas, meaning your hands, your feet, your mouth, your excretory or your genital organs are not being used to move matter around, right? I can eat things with my mouth, digest it, and it becomes, waste. I can move things with my hands. I can kick things with my feet, or I can move with my feet. And then when we waste, we put back into the environment matter. And same thing. And same with the genital organs and reproducing life and creating more sort of humans that occupy space. And so when you restrain those instruments, those organs of action, you are saying to yourself, I am not participating with the game anymore. I'm not participating with my thoughts. I'm not participating with literally what's going on around me. If a puppy is in my face, or a door is opening or closing, or someone's knocking on my door, I am not participating. I have restrained my Karmendriyas. No more Lila, no more play. Even the play, the drama of our lives. And in that, your relationship, Maya, in your restraint of literally your organs that create movement and change in the world, by restraining that, Maya starts to dissolve. The illusion starts to dissolve within the mind, and the subjective experience of our personality is slowly replaced with an objective experience, a true experience of consciousness. And so that's sort of the whole game, sort of spread apart three ideas, three very nice ideas. Karmendriyas, again, organs of action. that which can move stuff must not move stuff of my body. Then lila, life is play. Whatever I'm moving, even if it goes into pain or it goes into hurt, is still playful. And if things move towards me that create hurt, like catching a virus, it is still life playing with me. This is very Alan Watts, like life is a cosmic giggle. And then the last is Maya. What am I interacting with, even though it seems so real, is all just sort of a dream we know of as life. Very Dorothy in Wizard of Oz. Okay, sweet. So what we're gonna do today is you're just gonna hold stillness, and everything that you interact with, even if it from a sensation outside to a thought deep inside, to a very deep thought deeper inside, everything you need to know is Maya. Everything is the dream sort of glimmering in front of you. And it's playing with you through your emotions and your attraction to it, or your dissatisfaction towards it. It's all lila. And if you just do not respond with your hands, with your feet, with your mouth, with your genitals, or with your excretory organs, if you don't move, that is a huge success. That is a giant statement, and that alone will take you to sort of the goal of consciousness. And so you have that experience to test, or that process to test, depending on if you have an experience or not. So let's think about this. We got some time, 24 minutes, strong seated posture. Okay, so as always, I think it's nice, once you're in your stillness, if you're new, just think about the 4 fundamentals of meditation, being strong posture. You got to sit well in a way that makes you feel confident. And that's usually by straightening things. So step 1, a posture that makes you feel confident. 2 is stillness, which is what we're working on today. Once I have this posture, I'm not slumping, I'm not fidgeting, I'm not adjusting. 3, slow, deep breaths. So this is what calms you down. If you just stay committed to breathing into your belly, you will stay more calm than you would have otherwise. And so your breath is like a fire. It has to be tended, or else it'll burn out. And the last is the most difficult, the practice of a lifetime. You have to replace your analysis and your thinking and your judgment and your remembering and your wanting, the mental chatter known as vrittis. You need to replace your vrittis with feeling your body. And so right now, notice your thinking. What are you thinking about? One little thought. And now change that thought to Maya. Life is a dream. Even if you don't understand it, change it to Maya, the word, the concept. Now change it to feeling the tip of your nose. So the mind just redirected into the tip of your nose from an abstract thought to a sensation. Now think about Leela. Everything you are interacting with, even your own inner emotions and dialogue, is a play. It's a game between life and consciousness. Leela. It is playing with me, I am playing with it, I am playing with myself, it is playing with itself. Leela. Now feel your forehead. And now feel your Karmendriyas, your hands, which can move mass and objects and interact with the dream of reality. You can open doors. You can pluck fruits. Your hands are still. You are not interacting through the hands. Your legs and feet are bound. You can't move with them. You've restrained yourself. Your mouth is shut. You can't eat. You can't speak. You can't spit. You can't bite. Genitals and excretory organs, not doing anything right now. And so these are the Karmendriyas. And if you arrest them, you have succeeded. And so appreciate it as that. Let's take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Okay, and now just feel. Perfect stillness. See where it takes you. Posture, stillness, breath, feel. Karmendriyas, organs of action. You can't move anything with your hands. You can't kick anything or move yourself with your feet. You can't eat, you can't speak, you can't spit with your mouth. Genitals and excretory organs, not doing anything. So you literally can't interact with your physical environment other than your own existence. Appreciate that. Spiritual handcuffs. And the why is interesting because I don't want to, because I don't have to, because I'm being compelled to. Slow breaths. So the longer you restrain your Karmendriyas, the longer you don't move, to yogis, philosophically, the clearer your mind becomes, the more transparent Maya, the subjective layer of the mind, becomes. And so you don't have to understand, you don't have to have an ever-increasing, uplifting experience of clarity. You just need to not move the organs of action. And so the journey is long. Every day is only one step forward, but notice your state of being and consider it is the consequence of restraining your movement, purely. In this, you're starting to consider that the absence of movement is a response. Silence is a response. Stillness is a gesture. It's something to do. It's a choice to make. Alrighty. Move your hands. Bring your hands to heart center. the organs of action, mobilized. And now your little reality is different. A few breaths here, pay attention to your existence. No more stillness. Consider your own existence. You're real. You have a body. You were born. You will pass. Thumb knuckles to third eye center. Notice you are aware of this existence. So this is philosophical stuff. You're building mental strength or intellectual strength. Notice you are aware of your own existence in the same way you are aware of my voice. Feel your awareness more than your existence. Feel your awareness more than you're hearing my voice. You are aware. That awareness to yogis is the Atman, is the soul. And so that is your soul to yogis. Bring your wrists back to your knees, tall spine, straight arms. And as this awareness, as this Atman, as this soul, listen to everything that's happening around you. Silence is a gesture. Silence is a thing to hear as well. Everything you hear, including your own breath, including your own thoughts, is Brahman, is reality. Everything is the world. One thing. And so now it is you, the soul, in a direct experience with the whole, with the world. I am with Brahman. I am with reality. And so that's a feeling. So spend 5 more breaths in this feeling, or 10 more breaths in this feeling, or 10 more minutes in this feeling, but you're going to end your practice on your own. Once you're done with your at least 3 breaths, open your eyes and carry on with your day.